Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Video Here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to an episode of the 2015 New York Giants rebuild here on Madden 24 on the PC. That is right. Last episode, if you did miss it, go back and watch it. Spoiler alert, we won the Super Bowl. That is right. We are world champions for the first time in this rebuild, and we are looking to defend our crown in this episode. So make sure you go back and watch that episode to see how we did that and see the offseason, all that stuff. But if you go and enjoy this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get started on our defense of our championship. Here is what the team looks like headed into our defending era. Patrick Mahomes, 95 overall. Still not an X factor, but it's okay because he's a 95 overall and he's unbelievably talented. I'm happy that we took him in 2017 because we've got a championship. And who knows where we would have been if we didn't have a quarterback as good as Mahomes. But also, we've got Nick Chubb, we've got Odell, Tyreek, and Justin Jefferson, and Cooper Kupp, and Mark Andrews, and a great offensive line. I mean, we're looking unbelievable. Absolutely insane. And then on the defense, we've got Bosa, and Ramsey, and Landon Collins, and the rookie Nick Bolton, and TJ Watt, and Hassan Reddick, and Talanoa Hufanga, and Jadeveon Clowney, and Brian Burns, and JC Jack. I mean, it's an embarrassment of riches, basically, is what it is. We are super talented, uber talented, dare I say. And this team is probably looking to repeat as world champions. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. I mean, we've got a great linebacking core. We've got a good enough offensive line, or defensive line, excuse me. We've got great corners. We got great safeties. We got a great offense. I wouldn't see any reason why we can't go back-to-back champs. The only thing holding us back would be the simulation. That's really the only thing holding us back. But it's time to import the draft class. And I think we just did 2021, right? Let me load up 2021. Did we just do this one? Yeah. We just did this one because is this Nick Bolton? Yeah, okay. So we need to do 2022. I thought that's the year that we were in, but I wanted to make sure for 100%. So here we are, 2022. You guys know the drill. It is Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder at quarterback, excuse me. Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, Malik Willis. We're not in the market for a quarterback, so we don't need to really look here. I'll keep an eye on Brock Purdy because he was Mr. Irrelevant this season. We'll keep an eye on him. And then running backs, we've got Breece Hall, we got Kenneth Walker, James Cook, Rashad White. Brian Robinson Jr. could be interesting. Maybe we grab him as a backup, but I don't want somebody that's like exactly Nick Chubb's style, and I feel like Brian Robinson Jr. is closer to Nick Chubb than anything else, or to anybody else in this class at least. So if we could get like a James Cook, that could be cool, or maybe even a Rashad White. Somebody that's got a little bit more bounce, a little bit more acceleration and electricity as a backup, that could be cool. Receiving core, you got Drake London, you got Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, you got J-Mo, Jahan Dotson, Traylon Burks, Christian Watson. We know the people in this class. It's just happened a couple of years ago. So it's not like these guys are old by any means. But we don't really need a receiver. We're pretty solid on receiver at this point. We've got some pretty good ones. But a Sky Moore could be interesting. Or heck, even a George Pickens or Tyquan Thornton for speed purposes alone. Those three guys I'll keep an eye on. We're not going to be in play for anybody at the top, and we honestly shouldn't be in play for any of the top because we don't need those guys. Tight ends, Trey McBride could be interesting. Same thing with Jelani Woods, but I don't know if I really want to go for him or not. Maybe. You got Isaiah Likely down the board. That could be an interesting pickup. But I'm not seeing anybody else that I would go for down the board. I'll put Jelani Woods on there just in case, but we'll see what happens. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. I'm trying to clear it. Not outside linebackers. Left tackles. Ike Ekwonu, Charles Cross. We'll put those two guys on the board. Trevor Penning, Tyler Smith, Bernard Raymond. We'll keep an eye on all those guys, even Braxton Jones and Rasheed Walker. There's a couple interesting tackles that we could use as backups, that's for sure. Guards, Kenyon Green, Cole Strange, Dylan Parham. We'll put those two guys on there. Maybe even Joshua Zudu. I'm probably not going to take him, though, but we'll just keep an eye on him. Centers, you got Linderbaum, and that's probably about it for the center class. It wasn't a great center class in this year. And then we move to the right guards with Zion Johnson. Could be a nice pickup, but that's probably about it for that. We got right tackles Evan Neal, maybe even a Nicholas Petit-Frere, and a Daniel Falele because he's 6'8", 380. Although I think he's a little bit bigger than that, but they're being generous. Thayer Munford, love him. So the offensive line class in general is not amazing, but we'll keep an eye on it. Defensive line, you got Aiden Hutchinson. Got to keep an eye on him. Jermaine Johnson, George Karlaftis. Even a guy like Drake Jackson. Probably not Logan Hall. Maybe Logan Hall. I don't know. We'll find out. That's probably it for the left ends. What about right ends? Josh Paschal, maybe. I don't see myself drafting him, though, but we'll keep an eye on him. D tackles, you got Jordan Davis. Definitely would be interested in taking Jordan Davis, for sure. I could very well see that being my first-round pick. And then that's probably going to be it for D tackles, because I'm not really seeing anybody else that I want. Left outside linebackers, Arnold Ebiketie could be interesting, for sure. I do like Tyreek Smith. I'll keep an eye on him just because he's a Buckeye. And that's probably it. Jack Sanborn, I don't really see happening. Middle linebackers, it's not amazing, is it? Quay Walker, maybe Troy Anderson, Nakobe Dean. I don't really like this linebacker class whatsoever. Not really seeing anything. Trayvon and Kavion. Or not Kavion, Kayvon. Trayvon and Kayvon. I'll get there. We'll keep an eye on both those guys, but they're both going to be top 5 picks probably, so we're probably not going to be in play for them, but I'll keep an eye just in case. Ajabo. Who else? Probably not anybody else. And then corners, obviously you got Stingley, you got Sauce, you got McDuffelbag, you got Elam, McCreary. It's a great corner class in terms of depth. We'll probably put I like Alontae Taylor. What about, Cordell Flott, Martin Emerson Jr. I like. Marcus Jones, Kobe. Jalen Armour-Davis, not Jack Jones. Let's see, Tariq Woolen's down. Tariq Woolen's a day 3 guy. So is Zion McCollum and Deron Bland. All 3 of those guys are starters in the league. Those could be very, very good pickups, and they're all depth pieces. So I like that a lot. Delonte Hood, Josh Jobe. There's some good value at corner, that is for sure. We may not be in the market for a Sauce Gardner, but if we could be in the market for an Alontae Taylor or even anybody down here, like a Tariq Woolen or a Deron Bland or Zion McCollum, I would be over the moon about that. Free safeties, Daxton Hill and Lewis Seen probably, but maybe not anybody else. It doesn't look like there is anybody else. Reed Blankenship I like. We'll keep an eye on him. He's a solid pickup, and he's a what? Kyle Hampton, Jalen Petrie, Jaquan Brisker. Strong safeties have a little bit more at the top half. Quentin Lake's interesting. I don't know if I'll go for him, though. And that's probably it for safeties. And then you got to get Dicker the kicker, of course, and Cade York. Oh, and Brandon Audrey. He's having a great season in real life for the Cowboys. Is it Audrey or Aubrey? Aubrey, excuse me. Punters, you got Jake Camarda, maybe. Ryan Stonehouse. GOAT. All right, so that's going to be our board for this season. We will see how it plays out, where the mock drafts have everybody, and we will go from there. I don't think we have multiple first-round picks. I think we only have our own first-round pick, which is hopefully will be pretty low in the draft because that means we're going to be pretty good this year. But our draft pick is... Oh, no, we have 2. How did we get 2? And they both don't say that they're from anybody. There's no way we have 2 first-round picks that aren't from anybody. I must have made a trade with somebody that I don't remember from last episode. I'll have to go back and watch last episode. I don't remember who we made this trade with, but we have 2 first-round picks this year, so hopefully whoever it is bad, so we can have a top pick. That'd be pretty good. But that's going to be it for this portion. I will simulate to the week 8 mark, and we will do all the scouting and stuff up until week 11, and then we'll go from there. So I'll catch you guys on the flip. We've made it to the week 8 mark, and we sit at 6-1. I think it's safe to say this team is championship ready for a repeat. I mean, Mahomes is playing up to a 97. The boys on offense are looking amazing. Elton Jenkins is getting ready to take over for Wyatt Teller at some point. We're probably going to need to look at center in the future because Richburg is, I think we extended him a couple of seasons ago, or maybe last season, but he's 30 years old. We probably need to look elsewhere for center, and that could be Elton Jenkins. But then we have to look elsewhere for guard unless we want to keep Wyatt Teller. We'll figure it out. We will certainly figure it out. And the defense, everybody's playing well. Brian Burns is getting ready to start. We'll have to figure out what we want to do with Jadeveon Clowney. But the reason we haven't moved Jadeveon Clowney is because we didn't have any cap room. And we still don't have any cap room. And Mahomes is ready for a contract. So is Mark Andrews. So is Hassan Reddick. Not good. Excuse me. Not good. Okay. I think, didn't we accept Mahomes' player option last year? I feel like that's what we did. We're going to have to do a little bit of renegotiating some of the bigger contracts we have. And we've done this for many years, but we're going to have to keep doing it to free up some money. So, Odell, I feel like you're the go-to guy that we do every year, but we need to restructure your contract. He's just getting so much money in the next couple of years. Eric Flowers, same deal. You're only 27. So if you could free up some money to give to your quarterback, basically. Give it to your quarterback. Jalen Ramsey, I know we just re-signed you, but you're getting the same treatment. Oh, you can't get the same treatment. Okay. I was going to give you the same treatment, that's for sure. I was going to restructure your deal. What about Bosa? We just re-signed you, and we can't do it to him. So it must be guys that we just re-signed on the very first year of their deal. You can't restructure. But Tyreek we can restructure, so we will do that. Who else can we restructure? This is like a cheat code for free money, basically. I understand the consequences of down the line, but as of right now, we are getting some free money to be able to work this salary cap and get our players back. We have to get Mahomes back. If anything else, we have to get Mahomes back. That's for sure. Ronald Darby's getting a lot of money, too. We need to restructure Darby's. All right, so how much money have I freed up? We're going to be totally screwed in the future. But how much money have I freed up? $116 million. Beautiful. That allows me to re-sign a couple of people. So we'll start with Mahomes, and that takes so much money away. But it is Mahomes, and he wants to be here, so that's good. That helps us out a lot. We don't have to pay him crazily expensive. I mean, it's going to be expensive nonetheless, but we can restructure his deal. And that is going to be Mahomes' 7 seasons for Patrick Mahomes. We got to get Mark Andrews back, and he really wants to be here, so we could just probably offer him this, and he'd accept, I would guess. He's going to do it. Mark Andrews is back. We got to get Hassan Reddick back, so if we could do that, that would be awesome. Hopefully he accepts that. He's excited to come back. Hassan Reddick is back. We still have $40 million to get guys like J.C. Jackson. We'll bump that up slightly. And he's coming back as well. $35 million. And we can bring back a lot of these guys. James Washington's an interesting one. I don't know if I want to bring him back or not. Unfortunately, Eric Armstead doesn't want to be here because he doesn't like playing with an income tax. And that is nothing we can change. So if we want to bring Eric Armstead back, we have to overpay him. And that's unfortunate. That is real unfortunate. Man, I got a frog in my throat. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. We can bring Wyatt Teller back because that is not super expensive. I'll give him a 3-year deal, and we'll pay him like 2.5 and 1.5. And he should accept that. He's excited to come back. So Wyatt Teller is back. I don't know about James Washington. We'll have to figure that out. I know he wants to be here, and it's not super crazy expensive, but we'll figure it out. Justin Pugh, we should probably bring back as well. I'll bring Jonathan Jones back because it's not expensive. We'll give him like $1 million there, and he's coming back. Perfect. $28 million. It's not expensive to bring Justin back. but it could be expensive because he doesn't want to be here. Because again, these offensive linemen, they don't like, or these linemen in general, not specifically just offense. The linemen in general, they do not like income tax. That is for sure. But we got Justin Pugh back. We could always trade him. We're gonna accept the options on these two guys. We could always trade Justin Pugh in the end. I don't know what we're going to do with Armstead. We might have to trade Armstead as well. What kind of market does he have? What kind of market does he have? I don't even know if we'd be able to because we have negative room in the cap, negative money in the cap. He's got interesting deals. Carlton David. What if I packaged Armstead and Clowney? What would that do? That wouldn't give me... That would give me Josh Allen. That could be cool, but we don't really need Josh Allen unless we weren't going to sign... No, we don't really need Josh Allen. We don't need Kamara either. Carlton Davis would be cool, but that's not really the value I would expect from those two kind of players. I know they're a little bit older at this point, but it's looking like we're not going to be able to trade those guys specifically because we have no money. And the picks are still 31 and 32. Are they both of our picks? There's no way I have 2 first-round picks, right? And that are mine? That's not possible. So who doesn't have a first-round pick? That's a easy way to find out. Who doesn't have a first-round pick this year? The Bills have 2 first-round picks. Let's see. Oh, Buccaneers don't have a first-round pick for 2022. They don't have any of their first. They traded all of their first-round pick or all of their picks in 2022. They have no 2022 picks. What did Tampa do? Tampa traded every pick. Do I have Tampa's picks? I don't remember. I have to watch last episode. I don't remember what happened. The Chargers don't have a first-round pick or a second-round pick. Who else doesn't have a first-round pick? Looks like everybody else does for right now. Patriots right now have the first overall pick because they suck for some reason. Who else doesn't have a first-round pick? It looks like it's just the Chargers. So the Bills have somebody's pick, and then I have somebody's pick. But the Bucks don't have a first-round pick, and the Chargers don't have a first-round pick. So that would make sense. I must have made a trade. So either the Bills have the Buccaneers pick, or they have the Chargers pick, and then we have the other one. I must have made a trade with the Buccaneers and took all of their picks. Because if we go to our NFL roster and we go to our draft picks, we have a 5 and a 6 that probably is from Tampa as well, but we don't have an extra 2. So I don't know what happened. How the Bucks have no picks this year. I'm assuming we have their first. Are they a good team? I don't know if they're a good team. Let's go to the standings and see. Is Tampa a good team this year? No, they're not that good. Where's Tampa at? Oh, Tampa's at the bottom. I don't know who. I have no idea. Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe we don't have 2 first-round picks. I have no idea, but I guess we could take a look at the mock draft. Does the mock draft say we have 2 first-round picks? It does. We have 31 and 32. I have absolutely no idea how we got 2 first-round picks or why we have 2 first-round picks unless we made a trade last season that I don't remember, obviously. But whatever. We've got 2 first-round picks, so we'll have to keep that in mind. They're probably both going to be bad. It looks like it, at least, unless whoever the team that we have absolutely sucks this end of the season, but we'll find out. We're 7-1 currently. We are killing teams. Although we just skate by with the Cardinals, 31-28. Put some upgrade points. Odell doesn't need any more upgrades. He's basically at the top. He is basically at the top of his upgrades. This is a tough matchup against the Packers. I don't know if we'll be able to come out of this with the W. No, we don't. We lose 38-31. Packers are a good team. That's not a surprise. Packers are a good team. Big upgrades for Mahomes. I think now he's a 96 overall in true talent. And we've gotten to week number 11 where we can choose. Oh, I skipped week 8 and I didn't choose the focus, did I? I was going to put it on corner. Or maybe I did. I didn't choose the... Whatever. I was going to put it on corner, so I guess I'm happy that it's on corner. Maybe it auto did it for me? I don't know, but I forgot to do it. But anyway, that doesn't matter. There's some good players in here. It looks like we're not going to be in position to get any of the top players, but that's not a shocker. I wouldn't expect us to be. So let's focus on some guys. I kind of want to focus on Brock Purdy just because I want to know if he's going to be as good as what he is in real life. or if he's going to be a low overall. We're going to find out. And then we are going to maybe put some on George Pickens. I'm not sure. We could do Charles Cross, maybe. Probably not Rasheed Walker. Probably not Cole Strange. Maybe Linderbaum. That could be our center replacement. I'll put it on Linderbaum. That could certainly be our center replacement. And then we're probably not going to be in play for Aiden Hutchinson. But Jordan Davis, I certainly could see us trading up to get. And obviously, I would love to get Sauce, but we're not going to be in play for Sauce. I think I'm going to put it on Jordan Davis. So it's going to be Brock Purdy, Tyler Linderbaum, Jordan Davis. Those are guys that I could see us drafting. I don't know if we're going to be in play for any of them, but I could definitely see us drafting those guys. Are we going to get back on track with a big victory against the Chargers? No, we're not. We lose again. Okay, are we starting to crumble here? Oh, we got a get right game. It's against Washington. They've got one win on the season, and we beat them 35-10. That's exactly what we needed to do. That's a big get right game. Now we capitalize that into the bye week, and now we go fresh, ready to dominate the rest of the season. Let's go get some big W's. Let's go get some big, fat, double U's. Big win against the Broncos. Divisional matchup against the Eagles. Are we going to beat them? Yes, we do. 42-14. That's huge. That's absolutely massive. Bosa gets an upgrade. He's a 96 overall now. Joseph Bosa killing the game. And we've got to decide on what we're going to do with Eric Armstead before we get to the end of the season, because it's going to take our cap, and we're not going to have any cap room to pay those guys. So we got to decide what we want to do with them. I'll probably re-sign him if I can. And we beat the Seahawks as well. And now we take on Washington again, who still only has one win. So Washington, I feel bad for you, but I don't in the same sense, because you suck. Let's negotiate. So maybe this is a little bit of a late addition. Last week of the season signing. We might be able to get this done, although we're now negative. What about if I pull that to $8 million? Would he accept this? I'd give him a 5-year deal to boost it up a little bit more. Armstead, I should have renegotiated before I moved on, shouldn't I? Oh, we're probably gonna lose Armstead for nothing now, because I don't think I can renegotiate with him during the playoffs. That's tough. That's real tough. Okay, so we're probably going to lose Armstead unless I can send him to another team, but I don't have any cap room, so that's probably not a thing. I don't want to just lose him for nothing, though. Can I get a first-round pick from Chicago? I'm not going to be able to trade him because I don't have the cap room. What about a first-round pick from next season from Chicago? No, I can't do that either. What about a first-round pick from 2024 from Chicago? Nope, can't do that either. We're not going to be able to get anything for Armstead, and that's super frustrating because he's good, and I feel like I could get something for him, but it's not going to be the case, is it? We're not going to be able to get anything for him. But at least we re-signed Mahomes. That's the big key. But let's finish the season. Hopefully keep Washington to just one win, and we do. We take on, we're in the wild card. The Packers must have had a crazy season. What did the Packers do? What did the Packers do? Why did they have such a good year? The Packers went 12-5. We went 13-4, didn't we? Where are we at? Yeah, there we are. We went 13-4. Oh, wait, no, that's not even... The Packers, we were ahead of the Packers. The Rams got the 1 seed. They were 13-4. I didn't even register that for a second. So the Rams beat us out, and they were 13-4. That's a little frustrating. I guess we lost too many games. Let's take a look at these stats, though. How good did we do? Mahomes had a really good year. 4,300 yards, 39 touchdowns, 6 picks with a 70% completion percentage. That's a really, really good season from Mahomes. Nick Chubb had 1,200 yards even. 11 touchdowns. Robinson had 10 touchdowns. Tyreek, Jefferson, and Odell all had 1,000 yards. Over 1,000 yards. 5 touchdowns for Hill. 9 for Jefferson. 6 for Beckham. 9 touchdowns for Andrews. 5 for Cooper Kupp. Man, Mahomes was just spreading the wealth around like crazy. Defensively, Nick Bolton in his rookie season, 126 tackles. No surprise there. I expected that. Hassan Reddick also had 100-plus tackles, 115. Hufanga had 93. Darby had 83. 80 for Ramsey. Wow, we're getting some good tackles. And then Armstead, we're going to lose this production, but that's okay. 21 tackles for loss for him and Ioannidis. 15 for Bosa, 12 for Clowney, 7 for Reddick. 12.5 sacks for Bosa, 7 for Armstead, 5.5 for Clowney, 2.5 for Ioannidis. Good production from those boys. Reddick had 4 picks. Collins had 2, so did Hufanga, Ramsey, and J.C. Jackson. We're producing. We are certainly producing on defense. Now we just got to go and beat the boys in Atlanta. Well, we're in New Jersey for this game. I feel like this should be pretty easy, but you never know. Madden Simulation is always a fickle beast. Rams are the 1 seed. So we will go down here, to, if we win, to play the higher of the seeds that make it through. So the Rams get the benefit of being the best seed, so they play the lowest seed. So if we were to win, and let's say the Packers win, we would play the Packers. Rams would play whoever wins this game. Saints and Bucks. They would play whoever wins that. But if the Lions win, the Lions would play the Rams. You guys know how it is. I don't need to teach you how the playoffs work. You guys know how it is. Chiefs are on the other side. They're the number 1 seed. No Patriots because they suck. Hate them. Let's go see if we can beat the Falcons. It's going to be a tough game only because Madden Simulation is pretty crazy, but we'll find out. All right, Falcons, Giants. It's go time. Wild card playoffs. Let's move on, baby. Let's move on. And we do 17-3. I assumed it was going to be pretty easy, but you can never be too sure in Madden Simulation, that's for sure. And now it's against the Packers, a team that we lost to during the regular season. So this is going to be even tougher than the last game. But I think we can get it done. Chiefs, Raiders, Ravens, Jags, Rams, Bucks, and then us versus the Packers. It's a tight divisional round, but let's go see if we can get it done again. I think we can, because I simply think we have the better team, but that doesn't always matter. Packers, Giants, 12-5 versus 13-4. We ended up with the better record, but they did beat us in the regular season. Oh, come on, please. Don't let us go out this early. 31-24 victory. Thank you. Thank you, baby Jesus. I appreciate that. It's Bucks versus the Bucks upset the 1 seed. The Rams are frauds. Potential fraud alert. Potential fraud alert. Oh, man. Tampa upset the Rams. Thank you, because that gives us an easier path to the Super Bowl to defend our championship. The Chiefs lost as well. And the Ravens did. We are the highest seed, and we're the 2 seed. All of the big seeds dropped their games except for us in divisional weekend. That's crazy. It's Jags, Raiders, and us versus the Bucks. This is absolutely insane. I cannot believe it. How are the boys doing? How are the boys preparing for this game? A 99 for Mahomes, but it's inflated because of the morale. Jefferson's playing amazing. Beckham's playing amazing. Tyreek's playing amazing. Chubb. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the boys. We just got to go and get the job done against the Bucks. It's an easier path, but that doesn't always mean it's going to happen for us in simulation. We've been down this road before. That is for sure. All right, here we go. 13-4 Giants. Come on. The Bucks did us such a huge favor, but maybe that means they're on a huge boost of momentum, and they'll beat us. I don't want to see that. We can't lose them in the conference championship, and we just barely beat them 31-30. I told you, man. I told you those Bucks were going to have some morale, and they were going to have some huge momentum, but we just squeaked it out, I'm assuming on a field goal. And we take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in the Super Bowl. Back-to-back Super Bowl appearances for the boys. We are all the way back. The rebuild has officially been completed, although it was completed last episode when we won the Super Bowl. But let's go see if we can go back-to-back. I wanted to point something out because I didn't mention this when we were looking at the stats previously, but I did see the league leader in passing yards this season was Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, we're in an alternate universe. That's for sure. All right, it's Super Bowl time. It's Jags. It's Giants. For all the marbles, let's go see if we can go back-to-back. Oh, I love this era of Jacksonville Jaguars football. It's Blake Bortles. It's the double helmet with the black and then the gold. It's a great era for Jacksonville, in my opinion. And crucially, look at how good the modders are. They put the Super Bowl, or they put the NFL 50 gold logo on the field. That's just attention to detail right there. As we lead 28-10, 38-10. Oh, it's done. It's Jover for Jacksonville. I don't care if they score. They can't win. They do score. But it's Jover for the boys, because we are going to be back-to-back Super Bowl champions. 3 turnovers for Blake Bortles in this game, I'm assuming. I don't know if he had all of them, but 3 turnovers for him. And we are going to be back-to-back world champions. I knew we had the team to do it. We just had to put it all together in simulation, and that's never an easy thing when you're talking about Madden simulation, that's for sure. But I want to throw a pass with my main man, Patty Mahomes, and that's a bad throw. I shouldn't really throw off my back foot like that, should I? He's going to win MVP most likely, unless somebody had like a pick 6 or something. 4 touchdowns is pretty insane. But I want to throw an actual pass with Mahomes, not something off my back foot. Oh, I've got him wide open. Mahomes, what are you doing? He was wide open. How's that such a bad pass? Whatever. Odell made the tackle. 1 second left. They can't win it on this play anyway, so it's not like it matters whatsoever. But you get to see the Jaguars offense, I guess. And I guess I should have taken a look at, you know what? Oh, I can't do it just yet. We'll take a look at the end of the game. Oh, Bortles got nowhere to go. Clowney. Oh, I missed him. Knock that down. He caught it. Bring him down, please. Thank you. We'll take a look at the end of the game, the Jaguars roster. I forgot to show you guys. But there it is. 38-17. The Giants are back-to-back champs. I knew we had the team. We just had to put it together on the field and in simulation, and we did it. Tyreek's got 2 rings now. Mahomes has got 2 rings. Odell's got 2 rings. Chubby Time's got 2. Oh, it's wonderful. We live in the best timeline. We are living in the best timeline. Bortles goes down. Bosa's got another championship. Ramsey's got another championship. You love to see it. These are the times that we live for right here. Ramsey's up there on stage. Mahomes will hold the Lombardi. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight. Number 2 for Patty. It's beautiful. Absolutely picture perfect. You couldn't write a better script than what we've produced right here. A big old championship parade is coming to the state of New Jersey, New York. And we will take a look at the team for the Jags, because I know we didn't take a look at it before. Bortles was their quarterback. I told you about that. They've got Zeke and Jonathan Taylor as their 2 running backs. What a running back room that is. Receivers, they've got Kendall Wright, TJ Hawkinson, Tyler Lockett. Allen Robinson's back. Julius Thomas is still here. Very interesting. They've got Luke Jokel, Michael Wenyu, who I wanted. Who else they got? Jack Mewhort. All right, Brandon Linder. They got a pretty decent offensive line, that's for sure. Then defensively, they've got Quincy Williams. They've got Quincy Wilson, Marshawn Lattimore, Eddie Goldman, Telvin Smith, Voshawn Joseph, Malcolm Roach, Chris Smith, Xavier Woods, Monte Nicholson, Antonio Morrison, Deion Jones, who I also wanted, Kendall Wright, Brian Anger is the punter. Who else? Jabril Cox, James Sample, Christian Fulton, Javon Holland. Man, they've got a decent team. I can see why the Jags went to the Super Bowl. They've got a pretty good team. Pretty good squad in Jacksonville. And those are just the guys that played in the game and got stats. I don't know who else is on their team. But that's 2 Super Bowls for the boys. Back-to-back seasons. We are all the way up. Let's go see who won MVP and all that stuff before we get into the offseason, where we're going to have heartbreak because Eric Armstead's going to leave us. All right, season recap. Bosa wins MVP. I wonder if I ruined it because I threw that pick. But Bosa's the Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes wins MVP of the league. We finally did it. We finally got an MVP of the league. We won Coach of the Year. And Micah Parsons wins both Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's impressive. Devonta Smith also won Offensive Rookie of the Year. But we are back-to-back champs, baby. Oh, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. But we literally have 0 money. We are so negative. we can't even like hand out $1 to the homeless. That's how negative in money we are. So we are going to fly through this offseason, mainly because we can't afford anybody. We can barely afford the players that we have, but it's crucial that we brought back Patrick Mahomes, because without Patrick Mahomes, we would not be 2-time Super Bowl champions. That is for sure. So unfortunately, Armstead will be gone, but we will accept the option on Brian Burns and on Elton Jenkins because we can afford that, at least for right now. But unfortunately, Armstead will be gone. He is up to superstar now, though. That kind of sucks. Washington's going to be gone. Lindsley's going to be gone. Kennard, Sweat, all those guys I don't really care about, but Armstead is a little bit tough to swallow because he did go up to superstar development, which is a little bit annoying. We also have to check and see who else went up. I don't know if anybody else did. Let's take a look at our lineup, see if anybody else went up a dev trait. So we got... Oh, Mahomes. Mahomes is no an X factor because he won MVP. That makes sense. But I don't notice anybody else on the offense that went up. No, I think everything else is the same. And then on defense, I think everything else is the same. I think everybody's what they were. So we only got what's his face and what's his face, Mahomes and Armstead, but Armstead isn't here anymore. So we absolutely need to come away with a D tackle this year in this year's draft, which I'm hoping is Jordan Davis, but we got to see if we are going to be in play for him in the first place. Free agency, I would love to get Dontari Poe, but we cannot afford him. Of course, this is the D tackle free agency. There's a ton of D tackles at the top of the class, but we cannot get any of them or anybody in general because we don't have any money. So we're going to fly through this free agency, not bring anybody in, and just go to the draft. I think we have pick 31 and 32. We obviously have the final pick in the draft because we won the Super Bowl, so we have the final pick. But I don't know if our other pick stayed at 31. I guess we'll see that final mock draft, number 5, and see where we pick, because I want to get Jordan. If we could come with Jordan Davis, that would be unbelievable. That would be a huge replacement for Eric Armstead. And we obviously need a D tackle, so we have to come with a D tackle in this class. I honestly, I want Jordan Davis, but it doesn't have to be him, but I want it to be him. Okay, final mock draft. The Washington's going to get Trayvon Walker. How funny is it that it's going to be these two guys again? At least that's what it looks like. It doesn't always follow the mock draft, which is weird. Let's see. So Jordan Davis is going to go top 10. Oh, that's going to be way too hard to trade up for. The Bills got back-to-back top 15 picks. And then we are, unfortunately, all the way down here at the bottom with pick 31 and 32. Is there any way we can trade up to get Jordan Davis? Maybe. Who are the other D tackles in this class? It's Jordan Davis, and then it's not a whole lot else. We have to come with a D tackle in this class, so I think it's got to be Jordan Davis we have to trade up for. I might be able to finagle my way into keeping one of my first-round picks this year, but we will see. How am I going to make this work? So, not Myles Garrett. Pick number 8 for pick... Oh, no! It is just glitched. It's a visual glitch. Oh, that's upsetting. So we only have one pick. I could have sworn we only had the one pick, but I could not remember for the life of me. I will trade my 2024 first-round pick, and we'll see what that does. I don't like that, obviously. It says I can trade both of them? I don't know what... Is it just a visual glitch? I have no idea. I'm honestly pretty confused. So if I trade my first round pick in 2024 along with my pick this year, that gets us pretty close. What about if I go to trade my third round pick in 2024 as well? Pretty close. I could trade my fifth rounder in 2023. It's got to be a second, doesn't it? It's got to be a second, so we'll take that out. We'll take that out. Trade offer accepted. So we have pick number 8 now. We can come with Jordan Davis, but we had to give up our first and second round picks in 2024. That's okay, because 2024 is going to be auto-generated, I would think, because we're going to run out of draft classes at that point. All right, so we have pick number 8, but does that mean we now still have a first-round pick at 32? It says we still have a first-round pick at 32. I have no idea what's going on here. It's got to be some sort of glitch, where we won't actually have pick 32. But I guess we'll find out. If we have pick 32, I'll draft somebody with it. But we're coming away with Jordan Davis in this one, which is absolutely a must. We have to come with a tackle in this class. And Purdy, he's up to 95%. We don't know his true talent, but that could be a good backup quarterback for Patrick Mahomes. We have a second-round pick, but we don't have a third-round pick. So I'm going to use it on George Pickens. I'm going to use it on... I kind of want Linderbaum, but I don't know if we'll be able to grab him. It's probably not going to be possible, is it? Who else should we try to get? Probably another corner. Who are we going to be in play for? Maybe Martin Emerson? Oh, no, definitely Tariq Woolen for sure. We're going to be in play for Tariq Woolen. Absolutely. And then I'll put some on Jaquan Brisker, because maybe we could... Oh, I still have... Wait. Oh, did I ruin the other one, or did I not choose anybody? I thought I only had one left. I guess I had more than that. We'll use Nakobe Dean. And, okay, that's the last one. Okay, Nakobe Dean's the final one. George Pickens, Jaquan Brisker, Nakobe Dean will be our 3 private workouts for this year's draft. And we will go to the next day to the draft part. I have no idea what's going to happen in this draft. We're going to come away with Jordan Davis, but I have no idea what the end of this draft is going to look like in terms of, are we going to have this first round pick? Who has pick 31 and 32? We don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen in this draft. It hopefully doesn't like break the game. I'm actually going to save really quickly. Let's just save so that it doesn't break the game. And if it does crash, so we can go right back to this moment. But we're going to find out. Let's start the draft. Washington has the #1 pick. They're going to take Trayvon Walker, or at least that's presumed. And they do. Trayvon Walker still goes #1 overall. Then Aiden Hutchinson. Then Sauce. Then Evan Neal to the Patriots. Okay, but the Patriots are so bad, they don't need an offensive lineman in the top 5 picks. Kayvon Thibodeau, Kyle Hamilton, and then Derek Stingley. Okay, Jordan Davis is ours. You love to see it. Although there are some obvious good receivers at the top of the board, but we don't need receiver more than we need D tackle. Jordan Davis, welcome to the squad. Our Eric Armstead replacement has arrived, and his name is big number 90, Jordan Davis. Huge pickup. Huge, huge pickup. He will probably start over Matt Ioannidis already. All right, now it's going to be an interesting moment here. We're going to find out who has pick 31 and 32. Garrett Wilson. If we end up having it for some reason, I'll draft somebody, but I have no idea what's going to happen. Traylon Burks goes. Quay Walker. Next pick, Charles Cross. Zion Johnson. George Karlaftis. There goes Linderbaum. That would have been awesome to grab, but I knew he was going to go too early. Saints get Kenny Pickett. Boye Mafe. Trent McDuffelbag. Kyer Elam. Ike Ekwonu. Tyler Smith. And it says that we have the pick, but I don't think we do. Because I can't draft anybody. So, skip. Okay. It's glitched. But it says I can make a selection. What's going to happen if I make a selection here? If I take Kenyon Green, or who else would I want? I don't know. Maybe Alontae Taylor? Or Kenyon Green. I'll take Kenyon Green. I don't think this is going to work. Okay. So the glitch is real. So we're going to skip this pick because I don't think we have it. It took Brock Purdy for us. Okay. What about this pick? Jermaine Johnson go. So we have Brock Purdy now. But they took him in the second round. Or no, in the final pick of the first round. Which is not what I would have done. But I didn't have a choice. So, okay. Whatever. I guess we will. I was going to take Brock Purdy anyway. But now we have him on the team. Earlier than I wanted to. But that's alright. So now we are into the second round. Final pick of the second round. We actually do have this pick. So we're going to figure out who we want. Who's available? Not really a lot of the people that I wanted. Is this the moment we take Tariq Woolen? Or do we trust that he's going to be there at round 4? Because he could be there at round 4. and we could grab somebody else. Like a Bernard Raymond, excuse me. I don't want to take Sky Moore this early. I might grab Raymond. I think he's the best offensive lineman available, and we can always use offensive linemen. I'm going to trust that Tariq Woolen is available in round 4. I don't know if that's going to be true or not. We're going to find out. So Bernard Raymond, a new offensive line pickup. And we go to round 4. Braxton Jones just got picked up. Please, Woolen, be there. And he's not there. Oh, I didn't think he was. I didn't think he was going to be there. I'll take Deron Bland though. Deron Bland, big pickup, 90 speed, 92 acceleration. I wasn't sure. I probably should have taken him in that spot. But if we would have had a 3rd round pick, I certainly would have taken him. But it's okay. We got ourselves. Ooh, it might be glitched again. We might not have this pick. It might not let us take this pick. But if it does, it'll draft us Rasheed Walker probably. Well, I don't want that. Can I take Zion McCollum? Nope. We're either going to have to trade this pick, or we are going to have to simulate it and let the CPU draft somebody. Am I going to be allowed to trade this pick? 2022 6-rounders. I don't want 2022s. I'll take this. That's fine. Okay. So that's Tampa again. I didn't even realize that was Tampa. Okay, so now we don't have those picks for sure. So we'll skip past that one. Tyreek Smith goes to us, I guess. I have no idea what... This whole draft has been crazy with glitches and stuff. I have no idea what's happening. And we might be glitched again. I think we might be glitched again. Can I take Reed Blankenship? No. Okay, let's trade this pick away. Sometimes this happens, ladies and gentlemen, where we get glitched. So now Denver has this pick. They take Balin Spector. Does that mean I can take a player now? Can I take Reed Blankenship? I can. Okay, perfect. So we were able to grab Reed Blankenship, somebody that I actually did want. And then we have the final pick of the draft, which I was going to use on Brock Purdy to make it poetic. Is this our pick? It said we have pick 32. It's just been messed up. Just draft somebody. It takes Rasheed Walker. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. That whole draft was entirely messed up because like weird glitches and stuff. But we end up coming away with Jordan Davis, who's an 80 overall, already better than Matt Ioannidis. He will start right away. Purdy's a 73. We ended up having 2 first-round picks. I don't know how we had 2 first-round picks, but we did. It took Purdy. I wouldn't have done that there, but whatever. Raymond is a 75. Bland's a 75. 64 for Tyreek Smith. That's just a pick that I couldn't control. 74 for Blankenship's huge, and then Walker's a 64. Same deal. So the 2 64s are guys that I couldn't really control. I couldn't really control who we drafted, but I forgot to take a look at the rest of the class. Let's see who was good around the league. Best player in the class was Sauce at 86, 4 for Pierce, 84 for Pierce, Olave 84, Wilson 84, Kenneth Walker 84. We got a top player in the draft, Tariq Woolen. He went in the 4th round, so it wasn't even the 3rd round. He went in the 4th round, but just before our 4th round pick. Who was our 4th round pick? It was... Our 4th round pick was Deron Bland at 32, so he went at 10, and we picked at 32. That's a little bit upsetting. But it is what we still got a pretty solid player, just not Tariq Woolen. All right, let's go to the next season for the next episode and get things ready. We've got our backup quarterback, maybe the future starting quarterback of this team in Brock Purdy. He has a development trait. I don't know what it is, but he's got a development trait. We've got Chubb. I mean, we've got a great team. It's really not bad. There's not really any weaknesses that I can see in this entire team, especially on defense. Now with Jordan Davis in there, it's just fantastic. It is just a fantastic team. Blankenship backs up Landon Collins now. Geno Stone's backing up Talanoa Hufanga. Could we go for a 3-peat? Possible. You'll have to find out in the next episode. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the episode, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Again, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.